I'm a firm believer that once we figure out all the solutions to a problem, then the challenge becomes less and less enjoyable. Once we've done something for so long that it becomes rote, we lose the enjoyment, the excitement of what brought us to that process in the first place. I feel that not only can the artist feel that in their studio, but the student can feel that from their instructors.
I really like the process almost more than the end object. Of course, it's great when you get a beautiful end thing, but what I like about art making and creating is the problem solving, the creative thinking that happens. And I find myself even creating problems sometimes just to have the reason to solve them.
I see my work as existing in multiple different phases, where they begin as these paintings that are me internalizing and conceptualizing and I guess materializing ideas and thoughts and emotions that have been sparked from moments in my life.
Through this program, I've been able to better define my process. Like, I didn't realize I was doing that before, because maybe I didn't have definitions for it, where I feel like this program is helping me to gain new perspective and able to define these things.
And many times, even with as much research as we can do on our own, that next step in that process won't come along without external instruction. Without the help of our peers, of our instructors, and those who are also involved in those same kinds of processes.
It's kind of corny to say, but the space is process for processing, which I feel like you can see in the style that I'm currently developing. Like, there's something very alive in the collages that work through that.
It can often be difficult to manufacture inspiration. I think that one of the great things that the MAAE program can do is to surround the student with like-minded individuals, peers, colleagues, instructors, who all face those same kinds of challenges. And to show that student that they're not the only one facing those difficulties, and there are definitely ways to break free from them.
The design on the sewer cap on the street will offer inspiration, or even just cooking dinner sometimes, just plating the food nicely or having a nice tomato, or will offer inspiration. But the actually practice of making the art, even if you're not feeling it, sometimes that can still, and maybe it is ugly or whatever, but that's okay, at least you still did it versus not doing it.
One of the things that has allowed me to stay inspired and keep me thinking about new issues and new perspectives on things is and are the opinions, attitudes, perspectives, and ideas that my students bring to the classroom every day. They help keep me young. They help keep me inspired.
My work is influenced by myself wanting to understand who I am without all of these weird hegemonic forces that the world pushes on us.
I ran into a friend of mine who was in the MAAE program on the street, who I also went to the Art Academy with back in the day. And we stood on the street and talked for an hour, and afterwards I was so inspired by the conversation, and I started checking into the program because I was like, wow, this is something I always wanted to do. It's at the Art Academy, which I had a great experience at the Art Academy prior, and it just feels like home to me. There's a kinship.
Every once in a while I'll get a digital postcard or a postcard in the mail, and I'll go to see these alum shows. The work is beautiful. I meet their students. I hear about how they've taken what they've learned from our program back to their home schools or to their personal practice. And I can see that the love for the work and the studio practice that is our main priority in the MAAE program has followed them throughout the years after they've left our building.
For so long, every aspect of my creative being was dictated by classroom demos and what I was doing in the classroom, that I essentially starved myself of opportunities to make work that I wanted to make work of. And so having the 3 summers where that became my job, where I could unapologetically tap into this side of me that had laid dormant for so long, has been so fulfilling, and something that I'm so excited to find and make time to do in a line with my classroom, rather than having to have these 2 separate personas. And especially along the lines of, the more I know about myself in the classroom, in my studio, the more effective I am in the classroom.